The act of saying goodbye is one of the most heartbreaking moments in life, especially when it's to a loved one who is about to face the uncertainty of war. These vintage photos capture the raw emotion of those final moments, where soldiers and their families shared their last kiss before the battlefield. In September of 1950, in Los Angeles, a soldier receives a tender kiss as he prepares to leave for the Korean War. The uncertainty hangs heavy in the air, yet love stands strong in this fleeting moment. Just a few years earlier, in 1943, another farewell unfolded at New York's Penn Station. As soldiers boarded their trains, wives, girlfriends, and children clung tightly, knowing they might not see their loved ones again for months, even years. Then there's the image from London in 1940, where a woman leans over the railing to kiss her soldier returning from the battlefield. Her joy and relief are palpable, yet we know many others shared in the sorrow of those who never returned. In 1940, at another station, a girl climbs to say goodbye to her soldier. Their love, tender and desperate, tells the story of a generation bound by sacrifice. Among the most poignant moments is that of Jean Moore, kneeling to kiss her fiancé, Ralph Neppel, a wheelchair-bound World War II veteran. Their love had survived the war, and this final kiss is a testament to the strength of the human spirit. And in Times Square, 1945, a sailor kisses a nurse, marking the end of a brutal war and the beginning of a new chapter, a bittersweet symbol of love's resilience. These photographs tell a story not just of the soldiers, but of the families they left behind and the strength they showed in the face of fear, uncertainty, and the hope of reunion. Every kiss, every embrace, is a reminder that love, in all its forms, is a force powerful enough to withstand even the horrors of war. And in Times Square, 1945, a sailor kisses a nurse, marking the end of a brutal war and the beginning of a new chapter, a bittersweet symbol of love's resilience. These photographs tell a story not just of the soldiers, but of the families they left behind and the strength they showed in the face of fear and uncertainty. Every kiss, every embrace, is a reminder that love, in all its forms, is a force powerful enough to withstand the horrors of war. Did any of these images stand out to you? Let us know in the comments which one touched you the most, and don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed these emotional moments. What would you do in the chaos of war? Take a life or save one. This is the story of an extraordinary decision made on a brutal battlefield. A Ukrainian drone operator spotted an injured Russian soldier lying helpless among the dead. His face was streaked with blood, his wristwatch shattered, and his body nearly motionless. The drone hovered above him, ready to strike. An explosive was dropped, but it didn't end his life. As the soldier lay there, he raised his hands, signaling to the drone and begging for mercy. His plea for life was impossible to ignore. In that moment, the drone operator paused. What if there was another way? A way to save instead of destroy? Instead of delivering another blow, the drone flew back to base. When it returned, it wasn't carrying a weapon. It carried water and a handwritten note. This injured soldier, abandoned by his own, was offered a chance at survival. He crossed himself in gratitude and gulped down the water, his strength barely enough to carry on. With the drone as his silent guide, he staggered forward. Step by step, he moved through a desolate no-man's land, littered with craters and debris. The sun dipped lower, casting an orange glow over the battlefield. Artillery fire echoed in the distance. At times, he collapsed, exhausted and in pain. Once, he even signaled the drone for a moment to rest, lighting a cigarette in the middle of the chaos, a small, human act amidst the unimaginable. Each step was a fight against despair, and yet the drone stayed with him, leading him toward an uncertain safety. Finally, he reached the Ukrainian trench. Collapsing onto the dirt floor, his body could take no more. Two Ukrainian soldiers approached, rifles drawn. The soldier raised his hands in surrender, his life now in the hands of those he once called enemies. This moment defied everything we think we know about war. It wasn't just about survival. It was about compassion in a place where compassion rarely exists. War reveals the darkest sides of humanity. But sometimes it also reveals light. What would you have done? Would you save or take a life? Comment below and let us know your thoughts.
Imagine a world where the roles are reversed. A world where humans are caged, prodded, and forced to perform for the amusement of others. Where every step is met with fear, every glance a silent plea for mercy. This isn't just a dystopian fantasy, it's the harsh reality for millions of animals. Trapped in cages, hunted for sport, transported like lifeless cargo. Now, ask yourself, how would it feel if the tables were turned? What if you were the subject of experiments, your body a playground for scientific curiosity? Could you endure their pain, their suffering, their silent screams for freedom? Let this reversal open our eyes. If we feel their suffering, perhaps we can find the compassion to change their world. Because empathy isn't just for our kind, it's for all living beings.
This is the extraordinary story of acid attack survivors who have turned unimaginable tragedy into a powerful force for change. Scarred but unbroken, they rise as symbols of resilience, teaching us that true beauty comes not from flawless skin, but from the strength to overcome. Each image captures a different chapter of their lives, grief, determination, and ultimately unshakable joy. But this is more than a personal battle, it's a collective fight to change perceptions. Acid attacks are not just physical crimes, they strip victims of dignity and identity. These survivors refuse to let their scars define them. Instead, they've redefined courage, forcing the world to confront its biases about beauty, strength, and justice. Their message is clear: scars do not signify weakness, they tell stories of survival. They are a call to action, inspiring global awareness and legal reforms to combat acid violence. These survivors prove that empowerment can rise from even the darkest ashes and remind us that, no matter the challenge, hope and humanity will always prevail. Iconic moments that changed the course of history. In 2015, the world stood still at the sight of 3-year-old Alan Kurdi's lifeless body on a Turkish beach. His family had hoping to reach safety in Europe, but just minutes after setting off from the Turkish coast, their small boat capsized in rough waves. Alan, his mother and brother drowned, leaving his father the only survivor. Hours later, photojournalist Nilüfer Demir found Alan's lifeless body and captured the haunting image, saying, There was nothing left to do for him. This was the only way to express his silent scream. The photo went viral, forcing the world to confront the devastating human toll of war. It sparked debates on migration policies and led to immediate action, with European countries opening their borders to refugees. Alan's image became a symbol of the desperate search for safety, reminding the world of the innocent lives lost in conflict. Though years have passed, Alan's photo remains a powerful reminder of the enduring cost of war and the shared hope for a better life. Iconic moments that changed the course of history. In 1991, actress Demi Moore shattered societal norms and redefined beauty standards with a single photograph. 7 months pregnant with her second child, she posed nude for Vanity Fair, captured by the legendary Annie Leibovitz. Moore's pose, confident and radiant, celebrated pregnancy as powerful, beautiful, and yes, even sexy. At the time, pregnancy was largely hidden from public view, a private matter even for the most public figures. But Moore dared to show the world that maternity could be both empowering and sensual. The reaction was explosive. Some grocery stores refused to sell the issue, while others covered it like explicit material. That image didn't just spark controversy, it changed the course of popular culture. Today, from celebrity baby bump announcements to glamorous maternity photo shoots, we see echoes of Moore's fearless choice. It was more than a magazine cover, it was a movement, one that forever redefined the narrative of pregnancy and public femininity. Iconic moments that changed the course of history. On the night of November 22, 1975, a life-and-death struggle unfolded in Boston. A tragic photograph by Stanley Forman captured a moment of unimaginable tension. A mother, Diana Bryant, and her 2-year-old niece, T.R. Jones, clinging to a fire escape as a blaze raged behind them. When the first fire engine arrived, the tillerman, Robert O'Neill, desperately tried to help. He asked Bryant to lift the child to him, but in the chaos, she was unable to. O'Neill jumped down to help, but the fire escape couldn't hold. The two plummeted to the ground, and tragically, Bryant was killed by the fall. Her body cushioned the impact for young TR, who miraculously survived. The shocking image of the fall was captured at the exact moment the fire escape collapsed, making headlines worldwide. This heartbreaking photo not only won a Pulitzer Prize but also led to crucial changes in building safety regulations. Diana Bryant's tragic sacrifice led to reforms that have saved countless lives since. Iconic moments that changed the course of history. It is 1967 in Jacksonville, Florida. A power lineman, J.D. Thompson, climbs a utility pole to perform what would become one of the most heroic and unforgettable acts in history. His co-worker, Randall Champion, had accidentally touched a high-voltage line, leaving him lifeless, dangling from his safety harness. Without hesitation, Thompson scaled the pole to Champion's and breathed life back into him. Champion survived, a testament to courage under pressure. Captured by photographer Rocco Morabito, this iconic image, the kiss of life, immortalized human compassion and quick thinking. This photograph later won the Pulitzer Prize in 1968. This moment didn't just save a life, it raised awareness of safety measures in high-risk jobs, inspiring life-saving CPR training worldwide. It's proof that in the face of tragedy, a single act of bravery can spark global change. Iconic moments that changed the course of history. Rosa and Josefa Blazek, born in the 1870s, were conjoined twins whose lives defied convention. United at the pelvis, they shared organs but maintained distinct identities. Despite physical challenges, they found ways to live independently, performing in fairs and exhibitions across Europe. In 1910, their lives took an extraordinary turn. Rosa fell in love, married, and became pregnant. Against medical advice, she gave birth to a healthy son, Franz. But here's the twist. Biological mother, Josefa played a pivotal role, becoming a second mother in every sense. Together, the twins raised Franz, demonstrating an unshakable bond of love and perseverance. Rosa, Josefa, and Franz showed the world that family isn't defined by convention, but by the connections we nurture. A story of love, resilience, and redefining motherhood. Iconic moments that changed the course of history. In June 1989, the Tiananmen Square protests became a historic struggle for democracy and freedom. Fifth, a powerful image was captured of a lone man standing in front of a line of tanks, refusing to move. This iconic moment, known as Tank Man, symbolized defiance against the Chinese government's violent crackdown on peaceful protesters. Despite the military's overwhelming force, the photo of this solitary act of bravery spread worldwide, highlighting the courage of the students demanding political reform. Though the protests were brutally suppressed, the powerful images of the standoff, the Goddess of Democracy statue, and the protests' aftermath sparked global outrage. These haunting photos serve as a reminder of the ongoing fight for democracy and the sacrifices made for freedom. Despite censorship in China, these images remain an enduring symbol of resistance against oppression. Iconic moments that changed the course of history. It was a routine flight turned into a nightmare. On June 10, 1990, British Airways Flight 5390 was cruising over Oxfordshire when disaster struck. A cockpit windscreen panel, improperly secured during maintenance, blew out at 17,000 feet. Timothy Lancaster was violently sucked halfway out of the plane, his body pinned against the window frame by the intense pressure. In a moment of extraordinary bravery, flight attendant Nigel Ogden clung to the captain's legs, holding him in place for an excruciating 20 minutes. Meanwhile, the first officer, Alastair Aitchison, remained calm under unimaginable pressure, executing an emergency descent and landing at Southampton Airport. Miraculously, Captain Lancaster survived with only frostbite, bruises, and a few fractures. Nigel Ogden and the passengers were unharmed, though the trauma left a lasting impact. This harrowing event is not just a tale of survival, but a testament to human resilience, quick thinking, and teamwork that turned potential catastrophe into a miraculous save. Iconic moments that changed the course of history. In 1990, a single photograph pierced through the veil of stigma surrounding the AIDS epidemic. Therese Frere captured David Kirby, an activist and AIDS victim, on his deathbed, surrounded by his grieving family. His father's embrace, his sister's tears. This image laid bare the devastating human cost of the disease. Published in Life magazine, it shocked a world still shrouded in ignorance and fear about AIDS. The photo made the epidemic personal, showing that those affected were not outcasts. They were fathers, sons, brothers. It forced society to see the humanity in the fight against AIDS. Though later controversially used in a Benetton ad campaign, the image achieved what few others could. It ignited empathy, shattered stigma, and fueled global conversations about compassion and awareness. A single frame, a powerful truth, transforming silence into action. Iconic moments that changed the course of history. In 1993, an image shocked the world. A starving Sudanese child, collapsed on the ground, was being watched by a vulture nearby. Captured by photojournalist Kevin Carter during the famine in South Sudan, this haunting photo became a global symbol of suffering and neglect. The vulture seemed to wait for the child to die, though Carter later stated he scared it away. He was instructed not to touch famine victims due to the risk of disease, a fact that sparked intense debate. This Pulitzer Prize-winning photo brought global attention to the Sudanese famine, but it also weighed heavily on Carter. Criticized for not helping the child and haunted by his experiences, Carter tragically took his own life just a year later. The little girl in the photo was actually a young boy named Kong Nyong. Amazingly, the boy had survived the 1993 famine. The photo remains one of the most powerful reminders of human suffering, raising questions about morality, journalism, and the need for global action. The act of saying goodbye is one of the most heartbreaking moments in life, especially when it's to a loved one who is about to face the uncertainty of war. These vintage photos capture the raw emotion of those final moments, where soldiers and their families shared their last kiss before the battlefield. In September of 1950, in Los Angeles, a soldier receives a tender kiss as he prepares to leave for the Korean War. The uncertainty hangs heavy in the air, yet love stands strong in this fleeting moment. Just a few years earlier, in 1943, another farewell unfolded at New York's Penn Station. As soldiers boarded their trains, wives, girlfriends, and children clung tightly, knowing they might not see their loved ones again for months, even years. Then there's the image from London in 1940, where a woman leans over the railing to kiss her soldier returning from the battlefield. Her joy and relief are palpable, yet we know many others shared in the sorrow of those who never returned. In 1940, at another station, a girl climbs to say goodbye to her soldier. Their love, tender and desperate, tells the story of a generation bound by sacrifice. Among the most poignant moments is that of Jean Moore, kneeling to kiss her fiancé, Ralph Neppel, a wheelchair-bound World War II veteran. Their love had survived the war, and this final kiss is a testament to the strength of the human spirit. And in Times Square, 1945, a sailor kisses a nurse, marking the end of a brutal war and the beginning of a new chapter, a bittersweet symbol of love's resilience. These photographs tell a story not just of the soldiers, but of the families they left behind and the strength they showed in the face of fear, uncertainty, and the hope of reunion. Every kiss, every embrace, is a reminder that love, in all its forms, is a force powerful enough to withstand even the horrors of war. Did any of these images stand out to you? Let us know in the comments which one touched you the most, and don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed these emotional moments. In the heart of northern Italy, the quaint village of Venzone holds a chilling secret beneath its ancient cathedral. In 1647, workers uncovered something extraordinary: naturally mummified bodies dating back centuries, perfectly preserved. Scientists believe the preservation is due to a rare mold or unique conditions of the tomb, but the mystery remains unsolved. For centuries, the people of Venzone revered these mummies, believing they were guardians sent by God to protect the village. This belief in the protective power of the mummies became a deeply ingrained part of local tradition. Today, these mummies are a powerful reminder of Venzone's rich history and the village's connection to its ancestors. The mummies of Venzone continue to captivate visitors, bridging the gap between the past and the present, preserving a legacy of wonder. Rosa and Josefa Blazek, two extraordinary women whose lives were intertwined from birth. Born conjoined at the pelvis in 1878, their story is one of resilience, love, and defying societal norms. From their earliest days, Rosa and Josefa faced the world together, both physically and emotionally. Growing up in a small village, they quickly became known for their strong bond and unique circumstances. Their childhood, though filled with challenges, laid the foundation for their remarkable journey. As young women, Rosa and Josefa began touring Europe, performing in fairs and exhibitions. These tours were both a necessity and a choice, a way to earn a living while challenging societal perceptions. They captivated audiences with their synchronized movements, storytelling, and engaging presence. Their tours took them to major cities and small towns, where they became beloved figures, known not only for their appearances, but for their charisma and spirit. Like many conjoined performers, much was made of their differences in personality and tastes. Rosa was considered the sharper of the two, witty and talkative, while Josefa was more introverted. Seeking broader horizons, Rosa and Josefa eventually journeyed to the United States, where they continued to perform. This move showcased their adventurous spirit and determination to make the most of their unique circumstances. In 1910, their lives took a deeply personal turn when Rosa fell in love with a soldier named Franz Dvorak. He couldn't legally marry Rosa due to the complexities of their conjoined status and the societal and legal challenges. Nonetheless, his devotion to Rosa and their family was unwavering. Rosa's pregnancy was a medical marvel, and in defiance of advice to terminate, she gave birth to a healthy son, Franz. Josefa, ever the supportive sister, became a second mother to him, sharing the joys and responsibilities of parenthood. Their family life was not without controversy. The media scrutinized their unconventional situation, questioning Franz's legitimacy. After their passing, the inheritance became a legal battleground due to their conjoined status, further highlighting the societal challenges they faced. Rosa and Josefa passed away on March 30th, 1922, in Chicago, Illinois, from complications related to their conjoined bodies. Due to their unique condition, they could not survive independently, and they passed away nearly simultaneously, a powerful symbol of their lifelong bond. Their passing marked the end of an era for the iconic sisters who had captured the world's imagination for decades. Rosa, Josefa, and Franz's story is more than just a tale of conjoined twins. It's a narrative of overcoming odds, redefining family, and living boldly in the face of adversity. They showed the world that family is defined not by convention, but by the love and connections we cherish. Their legacy continues to inspire, reminding us all of the enduring power of love and perseverance. Rosa Blazek, one half of the extraordinary conjoined twins, defied societal expectations when she fell in love and married the man she cherished. This union wasn't just a personal milestone, it was a powerful statement of courage in a world unprepared for the complexities of her life. But Rosa's love story was far from simple. Along with her sister Josefa, she faced legal and social hurdles, particularly regarding the recognition of her marriage and the inheritance rights of her son, Franz. The challenges were immense, but Rosa remained steadfast. Tragically, her husband died during World War I, leaving Rosa to raise their son in a world that struggled to understand their unique family. Despite these obstacles, the bond between Rosa, Josefa, and Franz never wavered. The twins' connection proved unbreakable, and their family's strength remained a beacon of love and resilience. This story was more than just a marriage. It was a testament to the enduring power of love, transcending all societal limitations and redefining what it means to be a family. History in Color, Part 1. November 22, 1963. President John F. Kennedy and First Lady Jacqueline Kennedy waved to cheering Dallas crowds, moments before history would change forever. 1942, a group of kids on bicycles in Detroit, Michigan. A glimpse of youthful freedom during wartime America. Spring 1942, a girl in Southeast Washington having her tire changed. 1948, the Great American Picnic in Ontario, California. November 1953, Scrabble inventor Alfred Butts and promoter James Bruno showcased their iconic word game with a giant board. August 1944, a U.S. soldier takes a moment of rest near Château-Thierry, France, during the March to Liberate Europe. 1931, Amelia Earhart atop a Pitcairn Sierra autogyro, pushing the boundaries of aviation and inspiring generations. History in Color, Part 2. Summer 1937. A lively street scene in Provincetown, Massachusetts, brimming with seaside charm and small-town life. 1941. A snapshot of daily life at a bustling restaurant counter in San Francisco, capturing the spirit of the early 1940s. Spring 1939. Commuters patiently wait at a stoplight in Washington, D.C., offering a glimpse into everyday life before the war. September 20th, 1958. Claire Bloom and Richard Burton, stars of Look Back in Anger, share a casual moment at a London cafe during filming. 1954. A young cinema usherette in England chats with her boyfriend after finishing her evening's work, a charming slice of everyday life. 1960. A traffic officer tickets a poorly parked car on the iconic Champs-Élysées in Paris, blending order with charm in the City of Light. History in Color, Part 3. 1912. Harry Houdini displays his handcuffed hands before being nailed into a box and lowered into New York's East River. He amazed crowds by escaping in under 2.5 minutes. March 8, 1941. A touching farewell of a soldier and Bobby the Cat in Sydney, Australia during World War II. 1860s. Traditional Japanese archers in action, showcasing precision and skill in the art of archery during the Edo period. 1961. Louis and Lucille Armstrong pose in front of the iconic pyramids of Giza, Egypt, blending music history with ancient wonders. 1937. Unemployed men in San Francisco during the Great Depression, capturing the hardship and resilience of an era marked by economic struggle. 1904. Frank Slivers Oakley, the legendary circus performer, wows audiences with his hilarious one-man baseball game, a true master of comedy. History in Color, Part 4. May 13, 1942. Office workers at Chrysler Corporation in Detroit, Michigan, typing various forms. A snapshot of productivity and industry. February 1943. Stores on West Central Avenue, Albuquerque, New Mexico, capture a stunning street view that feels straight out of a film, where reality and fiction blur into one cinematic moment. 1958. A young girl reads a comic book at a supermarket in Anchorage, Alaska, capturing a quiet moment of childhood innocence and the growing popularity of comics in the 50s. 1950s. Passengers soak up the sun on the wings of the plane, aboard the incredible flying yacht, a luxurious and adventurous way to travel in the mid-20th century. June 1939. A cowhand at the Quarter Circle, U. Brewster Arnold Ranch in Montana, embodying the rugged spirit of the American West during the late 1930s. History in Color, Part 5. September 1942. Sergeant George Campbell captured during one of his many visits to the Post Exchange at Fort Belvoir, Virginia. A rare glimpse into the daily life of soldiers during World War II. 1939. 3 women enjoying spaghetti while lounging on inflatable mattresses in Capri. A rare and delightful snapshot of leisure and carefree moments before the war. November 1942. Workers at a carbon black plant in Sunday, Texas, captured in this rare image. A glimpse into the hard labor that supported the war effort during World War II. March 1943. A beer wagon at the Charlotte Bowling Center on West 1st Street, Charlotte, North Carolina. A nostalgic glimpse of local life during the 1940s. 1948. Ava Gardner, the epitome of Hollywood elegance, captured in this stunning photograph. Her timeless beauty and charisma made her a legend of the silver screen. History in Color, Part 6. 1945. Humphrey Bogart and Lauren Bacall, the ultimate Hollywood power couple, captured with their beloved dog. A tender glimpse into their off-screen life. March 1942. A lively carnival attraction at the Imperial County Fair in El Centro, California, showcasing the fun and excitement of the era. 1916. Canadian soldiers having lunch on the front line during World War I. A rare and somber glimpse into the daily lives of those at war. 1951. An American girl captured in a serene moment in Florence, Italy. A beautiful snapshot of post-war travel and cultural exchange. 1937. The first women to wear shorts in public in Toronto, playfully pretending to cause a car crash. Summer 1935. Hollywood icon Bette Davis savoring an ice cream in a rare, candid moment. Even stars enjoyed the simple pleasures. History in Color, Part 7. 1949. Kids sitting on an ice cream truck during springtime in Brooklyn. A nostalgic scene of simple joys and sweet treats in post-war America. November 1940. After the barrel rolling contest, the evening in Presque Isle, Maine came alive with street dancing and plenty of jitterbugging. A vibrant snapshot of community spirit and fun. July 31st, 1938. People waiting for the bus in Essex County, New Jersey. A quiet moment capturing daily life during the late 1930s. May 1942. A lively tap dancing class in the gymnasium at Iowa State College, Ames, Iowa. A glimpse of energetic student life during the early 1940s. 1960. Marcello Mastroianni in Milan. 1953. Marilyn Monroe in the Henry Hathaway film Niagara. A captivating performance that showcased her talent and iconic allure on the big screen. History in Color, Part 8. June 1943. Virginia Lively, once a beauty operator, now working at a filling station in Louisville, Kentucky. A reflection of the changing roles during World War II. July 1942. A smiling New York taxi driver warmly opens the door, welcoming passengers with a touch of charm during the bustling 1940s. 1949. A lively night at the Latin Quarter in New York City, capturing the glamour and excitement of one of the era's hottest nightclubs. August 1941. An FSA borrower with his 7 children in Laredo, Montana. A rare glimpse into family life during the Great Depression and the resilience of rural America. 1914. French soldiers taking a brief moment to drink water while marching toward the front lines. 1956. A young Clint Eastwood, before his rise to stardom, already showcasing the charisma that would make him a Hollywood icon. History in Color, Part 9. 1944. A couple leisurely rowing together in Central Park, New York. A peaceful and romantic snapshot of city life during the 1940s. 1941. Orson Welles arriving at the Citizen Kane premiere in New York, stepping out of a taxi. A legendary moment marking the debut of one of cinema's greatest films. January 10, 1930. Hostess for Eastern Air Transport, serves tea to passengers Miss Charlotte Childress and Miss Elizabeth Hume. In-flight service included tea, bridge games, and even cigarettes, making air travel a luxurious experience. March 1942. Sergeant Franklin Williams, home on leave, sharing an ice cream with his girlfriend Ellen Hardin in Baltimore, Maryland. A sweet, tender moment amid the backdrop of World War II. 1942. Actress Barbara Britton, captured in her prime, radiating the elegance and charm that made her a star of the 1940s. History in Color, Part 10. 1941. People in Vail, Oregon, gathered for a lively 4th of July celebration. A vibrant snapshot of community spirit and patriotism during the early 1940s. July 1942. A trucker paying the toll on the Pennsylvania Turnpike, capturing a slice of everyday life on one of America's earliest superhighways. June 1922. Spectators gathered at the Brooklands Racing Circuit in Surrey, UK. A thrilling glimpse into the early days of motor racing and its enthusiastic fans. 1909. A photograph of King's Chapel in Boston, showcasing the historic architecture of one of the city's oldest landmarks. 1925. A photograph of the iconic Moulin Rouge in Paris. 1963. Actress Sophia Loren captured in Rome, exuding her timeless beauty and elegance. A true icon of classic cinema. History in Color, Part 11. Spring 1960. John F. Kennedy's campaign team, including his brother Bobby, in West Virginia during his quest for the Democratic presidential nomination. 1944. A heartfelt soldier's farewell at Penn Station, New York City. A poignant snapshot of love, sacrifice, and duty during World War II. June 1942. A group of 180 men from the 1,300-strong workforce at Fort Loudoun Dam, Tennessee, captured during their 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. shift. May 1940. A small lunchroom near Phoenix Union High School in Arizona, where students gather for a quick bite and camaraderie during simpler times. 1945. James Stewart on the phone at his father's hardware store. 1947. A young Marilyn Monroe posing as a pinup model for artist Earl Moran. A glimpse of her early days before rising to stardom. History in Color, Part 12. December 8, 1941. The day after the Pearl Harbor attack, San Francisco streets reflect the shock and uncertainty gripping the nation in the wake of the tragedy. 1941. Spectators at a race in Worthington, Maryland, enjoying the excitement of a local event. A glimpse into everyday life and community spirit during the early 1940s. 1942. Customers enjoying a meal in a diner in Greenbelt, Maryland. A snapshot of everyday life in a small American town during World War II. April 1941. People coming out of a church in Chicago, Illinois, capturing a quiet moment of community and faith in the heart of the city. 1940s, somewhere in the United States. If it is your hometown, please tell us. 1918. Charlie Chaplin in his iconic film, A Dog's Life, blending comedy and heart in one of his early masterpieces. History in Color, Part 13. December 7, 1941. The Naval Air Station at Pearl Harbor under attack, marking a turning point in history that would forever alter the course of World War II. 1938. A glimpse of everyday life in Omaha, Nebraska, capturing a moment in the heart of America before the world would change. 1942. American soldiers in training, preparing for the challenges ahead with discipline and determination. 1943. Students at Woodrow Wilson High School in Washington, D.C., captured during a pivotal time in American history, embodying the spirit of youth and resilience. 1942. A lively evening at O'Reilly Bar in New York, capturing the atmosphere of the city's nightlife in the early 40s. June 1941. A rainy day in Pittsburgh. 1968. The splendid British actress Diana Rigg, captured at the height of her elegance and fame. History in Color, Part 14. July 1939. A glimpse of Fifth Avenue at 44th Street, New York, capturing the city's timeless energy and style. 1919. An American soldier returns home after World War I, stepping into a new era with hope and relief. April 1943. A glimpse of Glen Echo Park in Maryland, capturing a moment of leisure and nostalgia during wartime America. Vintage roadside dining. A diner along U.S. Highway 1, near Berwyn, Maryland, where hot dogs cost just 5 cents and hamburgers 10. 1916. A French soldier stands in the ruins of a house with a Michelin ad reading, "Michelin drinks the obstacle," and PX graffiti. A surreal wartime scene. 1959. Italian actress Claudia Cardinali radiates joy as she dances on a rooftop terrace in Rome. Pure cinematic elegance. History in Color, Part 15. 1935. Young girls in Paris enjoy the fun fair, capturing the carefree spirit of the era. 1943. A glimpse of Union Station, Chicago, bustling with wartime travelers and timeless nostalgia. August 1944. American soldiers relax on the French Riviera after the successful landing in Provence. 1936. A car garage in Atlanta, Georgia, capturing the vintage charm of early automotive culture. 1901. Visitors enjoy a classic seaside thrill, riding donkeys along the shores of Atlantic City. 1943. Truck drivers take a break at a highway coffee stop on U.S. Highway 90 in Pearlington, Mississippi. March 3, 1956. Marilyn Monroe hosts a glamorous press party at her Los Angeles home, captivating the cameras once again. History in Color, Part 16. 1940. A steelworker pours molten metal from a blazing furnace, powering the industry that built nations. 1949. A Christmas evening in Glenwood, Colorado. Snow-covered streets, parked cars, and a peaceful winter stillness. A young boy blows out a Christmas tree candle, capturing a timeless holiday tradition. 1946. Jazz legend Louis Armstrong in New York, capturing the spirit of a musical icon. 1947. Lauren Bacall and Humphrey Bogart, Hollywood's golden couple, effortlessly glamorous. 1942. A sentry stands, guard outside the U.S. Capitol House chamber during World War II, capturing a moment of wartime vigilance. 1960. Marilyn Monroe and Clark Gable say their goodbyes after finishing The Misfits, their final film together. History in Color, Part 17. New York, 1937. Curious pedestrians on Broadway look through a restaurant window, watching a cook skillfully prepare a pot of spaghetti. Washington, D.C., May 1942. A line of chauffeurs and limousines awaits guests arriving for a garden party at the New Zealand legation. 1944. The French cuirassier Richelieu in the Indian Ocean, showcasing naval power during World War II. May 1943. A woman and her dog share a peaceful moment in the bustling Harlem section of New York. 1944. A curious Italian woman examines a Scottish soldier's kilt at the iconic Colosseum after the liberation of Rome. 1940s. Teenagers stroll through crisp autumn leaves, capturing the simple joys of a bygone era. History in Color, Part 18. 1955. Young actresses having a sun bath for a film promotion during the Cannes Film Festival. 1941. A British soldier stands guard as civilians enjoy the beach, separated by a barbed wire fence. A stark reminder of wartime England. 1940. Migrant cherry pickers from Texas, harvesting fruit in Michigan, capturing the resilience of seasonal workers. 1939. The King Sisters, a renowned American vocal group, take a playful break on the beach, enjoying a ball game together. 1925. Renowned Japanese painter Sugihara Fujita embraces a playful side, dressed as a geisha for a festive party. September 6, 1950. A California National Guardsman leans out of a train window for a farewell kiss with his wife before departing for the Korean War. History in Color, Part 19. 1912. A young pilot tests a Curtiss plane at College Park Airport, Maryland, one of the earliest hubs of aviation history. 1947. A young Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip captured in a timeless moment in London. May 1923. A peaceful moment at Jardin des Tuileries, Paris. August 1942. A crowded waiting room at the Greyhound bus depot in Detroit, Michigan, capturing the hustle and bustle of travelers. June 1939. A vintage gas station near Atlanta, Georgia, offering a glimpse into the past with classic pumps and a timeless roadside atmosphere. 1954. Hollywood icon Ava Gardner captured in a stunning portrait, showcasing her timeless elegance and charm. History in Color, Part 20. 1938, Hal and Betty Takir show off their incredible jitterbug moves, capturing the energy and excitement of the swing dance era. 1914, young soldiers prepare for war, unaware of the 4 years of hardship ahead, or how many will never return. 1890, Cheyenne leaders Standing Elk, Running Hog, and Little Wolf, dressed in ceremonial attire and holding rifles, greet Colonel Ulrichs and his interpreter in front of a building. April 1939, unemployed young men wait near the Salvation Army in San Francisco. 1937, 3 Republican militias during the Spanish Civil War. 1945, Lauren Bacall, the timeless Hollywood icon, captured in a stunning portrait. History in Color, Part 21. September 1943. American troops coming ashore from USS-class landing craft Infantry 1, 220, during the Salerno beachhead landings in Italy. October 26, 1965. Crowds gather outside of Buckingham Palace as the Beatles receive their MBEs in London. 1895. The famous train accident at Montparnasse Station, Paris, where a locomotive overran the buffers and crashed dramatically onto the street below. December 29, 1953. Times Square at night, New York, glowing with neon lights and bustling with energy. September 1943. People waiting for the Greyhound bus bound for Louisville, Kentucky, at a station in Indianapolis, Indiana. 1975. Paul Newman on Bicentennial Minutes, Los Angeles, photographed for CBS. History in Color, Part 22. April 1943. A crowded bus carrying people to work at 8 a.m. in Baltimore, Maryland. July 1943. A class in aircraft identification at Daniel Field, Georgia, Air Service Command. July 4, 1941. A lively 4th of July parade fills the streets of Watertown, Wisconsin, with patriot. 1944. French children play with the wreckage of a military motorbike in the Vercors, France. The remains of war serve as a playground, a stark contrast to the tough times that followed. 1927. Actress Brigitte Helm, having a break on the set of the Fritz Lang film, Metropolis. 1943. A soldier stands in front of the Capitol Theater in Washington, D.C. History in Color, Part 23. July 1940. A group of Florida migrants travels near Shawboro, North Carolina, on their way to Cranberry, New Jersey to pick potatoes. 1935. A glimpse of daily life on the streets of Paris. December 1940. A carpenter's helper and his family living in a trailer in Corpus Christi, Texas. July 1941. Passengers disembark at Washington, D.C. Municipal Airport. December 1940. Construction workers from Monroe, Louisiana, sit on a car in front of their shacks before heading to their evening shift at Camp Livingston, Alexandria, Louisiana. 1943. Ava Gardner, timeless and graceful, poses elegantly on a sofa for a photo shoot. History in Color, Part 24. 1960. Marilyn Monroe takes a quiet moment to rest on the set of The Misfits. 1942. A lively bar at Central Park, New York. February 1943. The Senes family heads out for a movie night in Blue Island, Illinois. June 1942. A Saturday afternoon in Florence, Alabama. Life moving at its own pace. 1942. Boy Scouts of Troop 446 gather at the Ida B. Wells Housing Project Community Center in Chicago. Sorry, This isn't James Dean or James Franco. Just an incredible colorization of a 1940s photo. History in Color, Part 25. 1928. A sleek Oldsmobile coupe, capturing the elegance of its era. April 1939. A Sinclair gasoline station glows in the night in San Augustine, Texas. August 1942. Children from Detroit, Michigan, enjoying a summer day. July 1942. Courthouse Square in Kennett, Dunklin County, Missouri. August 1938. Street scene and movie theater in Lancaster, Ohio. 1953. John F. Kennedy and Jackie Kennedy. A young couple on their way to making history. History in Color, Part 26. August 14, 1945. Wounded veteran Arthur Moore gazes up as ticker tape rains down in New York, celebrating the end of World War II. September 1943. A Greyhound bus journey from Louisville to Memphis, capturing moments at the terminals along the way. March 1943. Taking pictures of the Capitol lawn on a Sunday afternoon in Washington, D.C. April 1943. Dancers at the Elks Club in Washington, D.C., enjoying the cleanest dance in town. A lively night of fun and elegance. Around 1943. Marines in training on a tank at Camp Lejeune, North Carolina. 1945. An iconic car hop girl serving with style. History in Color, Part 27. 1960. A joyful couple runs through the bustling streets, with towering buildings and cars setting the iconic New York City backdrop. 1956. A woman and her dog hailing a cab in New York City. 1936. A vibrant street scene in New York City, showcasing the hustle and bustle of life in the Big Apple during the 1930s. March 1943. Times Square in New York on a rainy day. August 1942. People wait for trains at the bustling Pennsylvania Railroad station in New York City, capturing the wartime atmosphere of travel. 1956. Cary Grant in New York, captured during a classic moment of charm and elegance in the Big Apple. History in Color, Part 28. December 1940. Christmas shoppers fill the streets of Gadsden, Alabama, bringing holiday cheer and bustling energy to the season. February 9, 1927, Washington, D.C. Miss Grace Wagner of Central High School, poised with timeless elegance. March 1943. New Orleans, Louisiana. Women in conversation on their front porch, a glimpse of everyday life. 1956, New York. 21-year-old Mary Cumming, a secretary in the office of designer Raymond Loewy. 1943. A couple sharing a kiss at the cinema, lost in their own world amidst the silver screen's glow. 1946. Bathing beauties enjoy the sun and waves at Revere Beach, Massachusetts, capturing the spirit of a classic summer day. History in Color, Part 29. 1957, Las Vegas, Nevada. Bright lights, big dreams, and the golden era of Sin City. 1940s, a timeless shot. Classy girl, classy car, and effortless vintage charm. 1908, a glimpse of Atlantic City, New Jersey. Seaside charm from a bygone era. 1937, a roadside stand and filling station near Ennis, Texas, capturing a slice of American life on the open road. June 20th, 1954, Nino Farina behind the wheel of his Ferrari 553 at the Belgium Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps. 1953, Lauren Bacall and Marilyn Monroe at the premiere of How to Marry a Millionaire. Hollywood glamour at its finest. History in Color, Part 30. 1947. Buster Keaton at the Medrano Circus in Paris, blending comedy with timeless charm. 1935. Blossom Restaurant at 103 Bowery, New York. A glimpse into the city's past. 1947. Teenagers at a party in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Dancing seriously to sentimental tunes, pausing only for donuts and Coke. 1952. American teens boarding a bus in Paris, with the Arc de Triomphe standing tall in the background. 1960. Enjoying a drink at a bar with the iconic Moulin Rouge glowing in the background. Parisian nightlife at its finest. 1970. German actress Romy Schneider on the set of Les Choses de la Vie, Intersection, embodying timeless elegance. Stunning rare images you won't believe exist. A streetcar conductor in Seattle not allowing passengers aboard without a mask during the Spanish flu pandemic, 1918. This waterfall in Antarctica appears blood red due to iron-rich salt water seeping from an ancient underground lake. The glass octopus. This elusive creature, nearly invisible in water, uses transparency as camouflage. Only its eyes and digestive tract are visible. A Chippewa Indian named John Smith, who lived in the woods near Cass Lake, Minnesota, claimed to be 137 years old before he died in 1922. Photo taken in 1915. The haunting image of the 12-year-old Afghan girl, taken in a refugee camp in 1985 by photographer Steve McCurry, became the most famous cover image in National Geographic's history. He returned to the region and found her in Peshawar, Pakistan in 2002. Stunning rare images you won't believe exist. Dr. Religa monitors his patient's vitals after 23-hour-long successful heart transplant. His assistant is sleeping in the corner, 1987. The dragon's blood trees of Socotra. These umbrella-shaped trees on the island of Socotra produce red sap and are known for their alien-like ancient appearance. This is a macro photograph of an ant taken with stacked lenses. Some Kazakh families continue the tradition of building yurts, intricate felt-covered structures that are expertly crafted. The process of setting up a yurt is highly skilled, involving the whole family. In the 1960s, bars in Istanbul would hire someone to carry drunk people back to their homes in baskets. Among the Surma and Mursi tribes in Ethiopia, women often wear large clay or wooden plates in their lower lips as a rite of passage. The lip plates are unique to these cultures and symbolize beauty, resilience, and identity. Stunning rare images you won't believe exist. Microsoft's first ever staff photo, 1978. Poetically known as Baikal Zen, this rare effect happens when a flat rock that has fallen onto the ice catches the spring sun and melts the ice underneath it. Only a thin pedestal supporting the rock remains. David Isom, 19, broke the color line in a segregated pool in Florida on June 8, 1958, which resulted in officials closing the facility. This sea slug, which looks like a leaf, can go without eating for 9 months, because it can photosynthesize just like a plant while basking in the sun. 140 million-year-old dinosaur femur, weighted 500 kilos, discovered in France. The intense red color in Lake Natron caused by salt-loving microorganisms that thrive in its alkaline waters. This surreal, blood-red lake in Tanzania even turns animals that enter its waters into ghostly, preserved statues. Stunning rare images you won't believe exist. A mesmerizing aerial shot of Venice capturing its maze-like canals and historic architecture from a unique vantage point. This is what the earliest known ancestor of a whale looked like, a small deer-like animal that waded in lagoons and munched on vegetation. These are called ice eggs. This rare phenomenon occurs when ice is rolled over by wind and water. Picture is taken in northern Finland. A boy born weighing 268 grams was sent home healthy after months in the neonatal care unit in Tokyo. He's the smallest child to ever be born and survive. Simon Berger creates art by cracking glass panes with a hammer, a slow and precise process due to the risk of shattering the whole thing. an awe-inspiring capture of a meteor seemingly plummeting into Indonesia's most active volcano, Mount Merapi. Tribesman from rural Papua New Guinea, with his face painted as an undead spirit. Stunning rare images you won't believe exist. A fire tornado is a rare and intense phenomenon where strong winds whip flames into a towering, swirling vortex, creating a fiery whirlwind that looks straight out of a movie. 20 million years old winged ant trapped in amber resin, photographed by Dr. Yuan Ji. 19-year-old Hans Conrad Schumann became the unwitting symbol of the free world when he leapt to freedom on the third day of the Berlin Wall's construction, 1961. The Ark of Bokhara, Uzbekistan. This massive 1,500-year-old fortress played an essential role in the Silk Road. In the extreme cold of Yakutsk, residents' eyelashes can freeze solid in moments, creating a surreal, frosty look. This icy phenomenon happens when temperatures drop below -50 degrees Celsius, showcasing just how intense life can be in one of the coldest inhabited places on Earth. Stunning rare images you won't believe exist. This is what some grains of sand look like when magnified 100 to 300 times. Maurice Tillet, the wrestler known as the French Angel in 1953. His appearance is said to have inspired Shrek, the cartoon ogre. An ancient Chinese village covered in dense greenery as nature reclaims what humanity left behind, creating an eerie yet beautiful landscape. The Ayo Festival in Lagos, Nigeria, is a visually striking parade featuring participants dressed in white robes, hats, and holding sticks. The event honors the ancestors and is considered one of the most unique and vibrant festivals in Africa. This is what a split lobster looks like. This coloring occurs once in every 50 million lobsters. This split-colored lobster displays a condition known as gynandromorphy, meaning it is half male, half female. In this case, the blue side is the female side, and the brown side is the male side. Stunning rare images you won't believe exist. In some rural areas of Scotland, brides and grooms are covered in messy substances like flour and eggs before being paraded around, symbolizing resilience for married life. This image shows astronaut Bruce McCandless, who in 1984 made the first ever untethered spacewalk using just his manned maneuvering unit. Sky camping takes adventure to new heights. Suspended on cliffs, campers sleep in tents hanging over vast drops, combining jaw-dropping views with an unforgettable thrill. Eternal Flame Falls in New York, waterfall that features a small natural gas flame at its base. This unique spectacle creates a captivating contrast of fire and water, attracting visitors throughout the year. Axolotl. This unique salamander, also known as the Mexican walking fish, is famous for its ability to regenerate lost limbs and maintain its larval features throughout its life. Stunning rare images you won't believe exist. The Ai is a nocturnal lemur from Madagascar, known for its long middle finger, which it uses to tap on trees and locate insects to eat. This amazing image shows a lighthouse in Michigan before and after a major ice storm. The Polish Hussar winged riders, renowned for their striking half-armor and majestic feathered wings, were elite cavalry warriors from the 16th to 18th centuries. These fierce fighters became legendary for their bravery and unique appearance, symbolizing the might of the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth. The Giant's Causeway, Northern Ireland, a unique rock formation with interlocking basalt columns created by volcanic activity, looking like stepping stones crafted by giants. The Pigostat is an all-in-one pediatric immobilization device designed for positioning infants and young children and keeping them still while taking X-rays. Stunning rare images you won't believe exist. A captivating image from the Human Library Project, where people borrow others as living books to share their stories and experiences. This initiative fosters understanding and challenges stereotypes in a powerful way. The Wave, located in Arizona, is a mesmerizing sandstone rock formation, renowned for its colorful and undulating patterns. This natural masterpiece attracts countless visitors every year, leaving them in awe of its unique beauty. A haunting image of the last known Tasmanian tiger, a species declared extinct in the 20th century. The photo evokes a sense of loss and raises awareness about conservation efforts for endangered species. In Thailand, women of the Karen tribe wear brass neck rings from a young age, giving the appearance of an elongated neck. This iconic tradition is both a symbol of beauty and a unique cultural identifier, as each ring marks a connection to heritage and community. Stunning rare images you won't believe exist. Maasai warriors in traditional attire performing their iconic jumping dance. This cultural display is a symbol of strength and community among the Maasai people of Kenya and Tanzania. A stunning aerial view of the Great Blue Hole, a giant marine sinkhole off the coast of Belize. Its vibrant blue color and perfect circular shape are mesmerizing and evoke curiosity about the underwater world. Native to the rainforests of the Congo, the okapi is a relative of the giraffe and has a striking appearance, combining features of both zebras and giraffes. Members of the Protective Garment Corporation of New York, demonstrating the efficacy of a light vest intended for police in Washington, D.C. in 1923. The mummified remains of the Chinchorro people from ancient Chile, known for their complex mummification techniques predating the Egyptians. Their artifacts tell a compelling story of their culture and beliefs about death. Stunning rare images you won't believe exist. In Papua New Guinea, the Dani tribe practices a ritual of finger amputation, especially for women, as a way to express grief when a family member dies. This intense and rare tradition symbolizes the physical pain of loss and is meant to appease ancestral spirits. Balloons floating above Cappadocia, a surreal sight over Turkey's ancient rock valleys. The landscape below looks otherworldly, and the sky is filled with vibrant balloons drifting peacefully. Sylvan Goldman invented the shopping cart. He introduced the device on June 4, 1937, in the Humpty Dumpty supermarket chain in Oklahoma City, of which he was the owner. Autumn and winter meet in Colorado, USA. The world's smallest monkey, the pygmy marmoset, is native to the rainforests of South America. Weighing only about 4 ounces, they are known for their tiny size and agile movements. Stunning rare images you won't believe exist. California's Sequoia National Park is home to the iconic tunnel log, a fallen giant sequoia tree carved to create a natural tunnel. Visitors can drive right through, making it a must-see landmark. NASA astronaut Buzz Aldrin made history in 1966 by taking the first space selfie during the Gemini 12 mission, long before selfies were a thing. 3 years later, he would become the second person to walk on the moon during Apollo 11. Meet Cosmodorus femoralis, an armored cricket native to Cameroon. Its tough body and unique appearance make it a rare and fascinating sight in the insect world. U.S. Army technician Alvin Harley receives a kiss from a liberated French girl on Valentine's Day, 1945. Artist Marcus Levine creates incredible nail paintings by hammering thousands of nails into white wooden panels to form stunning, detailed images. Each nail becomes a part of the shading and texture, making the artwork almost come to life with depth and dimension. Stunning rare images you won't believe exist. With a distinctive white mustache that looks almost regal, the Emperor Tamarin is a small monkey with a big personality. Found in the Amazon rainforest, this quirky primate gets its name from its royal appearance, resembling the Emperor Wilhelm II. Who knew? Einstein had such a playful side. In a fortuitous moment on his 72nd birthday, after being caught by Arthur Sass, Einstein stuck his tongue out. Rising out of Chile's Atacama Desert, the Hand of the Desert is a massive sculpture reaching 36 feet high. Created by Chilean artist Mario Irrerazable, this giant hand seems to emerge from the earth, symbolizing human vulnerability and the power of nature in one of the world's driest places. During Thailand's vegetarian festival, participants engage in intense acts of devotion by piercing their bodies, often with large, symbolic objects. This ritual is believed to help ward off evil and bring spiritual purity. It's a striking tradition that draws curious onlookers every year. Stunning rare images you won't believe exist. The Tunnel of Love in Ukraine is a natural green tunnel formed by trees around a 3-mile stretch of railway track. This enchanting spot is popular among couples who visit, inspired by the legend that wishes made here will come true. Often called the unicorn of the sea, the narwhal is known for its long, spiral tusk, which is actually an elongated tooth which can reach 10 feet. This Arctic whale uses its tusk to navigate its icy habitat. The Buddhas of Bamyan in Afghanistan were the largest examples of standing Buddha carvings in the world until destroyed by the Taliban in 2001. Counting 89 body modifications and 99.98% of her body covered in ink, Esperance Luminesca Fiorzina is officially the woman with the most tattoos and most body modifications in history. Her tattoos extend to her hands and feet, the scalp, and extremely delicate areas such as her tongue, gums, sclerae, and genitals. Stunning rare images you won't believe exist. At the very center of this image is a single atom caught in an ion trap. It was photographed by David Nadlinger from the University of Oxford. The famous landmark Flatiron Building, under construction in New York, 1902. Its bold design and shape made it a marvel of early skyscraper construction. The baobab tree, found in southern Africa, is often called the tree of life. Its massive trunk can hold thousands of liters of water, helping it survive the driest seasons. The saiga antelope, with its distinctively large, bulbous nose, roams the grasslands of Central Asia. It is one of the world's most ancient animals, sharing the earth with saber-toothed tigers and woolly mammoths 250,000 years ago. Meet Sapatra sassafin, once known as the world's hairiest girl, due to a rare condition called Ambras syndrome, or werewolf syndrome. Despite her unique appearance, she embraces her difference with confidence and positivity. Stunning rare images you won't believe exist. Justin Jedlicka, known as the Human Ken doll, is a controversial figure famous for undergoing hundreds of cosmetic procedures to achieve his unique aesthetic. With over 1,000 surgeries, he sees his body as an art project, sparking admiration and debate worldwide. The Northern Lights, or Aurora Borealis, paint the night sky with waves of green, pink, and purple. These dazzling lights are caused by solar particles colliding with Earth's atmosphere, creating a mesmerizing natural display near the poles. In 1918, during the deadly Spanish flu pandemic, cities enforced mask mandates with the slogan, "Wear a mask or go to jail." Eruption on Mount Etna in Sicily gives the illusion of a phoenix in the sky. The goblin shark is a rare deep-sea predator, known for its bizarre protruding jaws and sword-like snout. Found at depths of up to 4,000 feet, this living fossil hasn't changed much in 125 million years. Stunning rare images you won't believe exist. At 4,851 years old, the Methuselah tree in California is one of the oldest living organisms on Earth. This butterfly is a bilateral gynandromorph, literally half male, half female. Serena and Venus Williams with President Reagan and his wife Nancy in 1990. Redhead Festival, Dublin, Ireland. A lot of people gather in this place, united only by the fact that they have orange hair. This is an image of our sun shown in ultraviolet light, where energetic jets and flares can be seen bursting from its surface. Beautiful and incredibly deadly. Did you know? Oxford University, founded in 1096, predates the Aztec Empire, which rose in 1428. In the early 1900s, Jean Libra performed in sideshows with his brother Jacques, a parasitic twin who was attached to Jean at the chest and stomach. Stunning rare images you won't believe exist. Imagine sipping coffee with one foot in Belgium and the other in the Netherlands. This unique cafe lets you experience both countries at once, as a simple border line runs right through the middle. A quirky, one-of-a-kind spot. Massive dinosaur footprints, over 150 million years old, are preserved in France's limestone. These ancient tracks offer a glimpse into the prehistoric giants that once roamed our planet. In 2014, the Ebola outbreak in West Africa became the largest in history, devastating countries like Guinea, Liberia, and Sierra Leone. It claimed over 11,000 lives and highlighted the global need for faster epidemic response and healthcare support. The first Disneyland ticket ever sold. It was sold to Walt Disney's brother, Roy Disney, for $1, 1955. Perched in Cornwall's Tintagel Castle, the dramatic statue of King Arthur gazes over the cliffs, embodying the mythical spirit of Britain's legendary ruler. Stunning rare images you won't believe exist. In Iran, where women are banned from soccer matches, 5 girls disguised as men snuck into Azadi Stadium to cheer Persepolis' victory, boldly advocating for equality and their love of the game. The Great Wall of China, at its easternmost point in Shanhaiguan, dramatically meets the sea. Known as the Old Dragon's Head, this ancient marvel appears to drink from the Bohai Sea. In 1975, Kabul universities symbolized a progressive Afghanistan, where women and men studied together in a modern, hopeful environment, starkly different from today. The underside of a lily pad is a hidden marvel of nature. Its intricate network of veins not only supports its structure, but also allows it to float while exchanging gases with the water. The largest polar bear ever recorded was taken in Alaska in 1961. It stood an incredible 11 feet tall on its hind legs and weighed over 2,200 pounds, a true giant of the Arctic. Stunning rare images you won't believe exist. The Maldives Valana International Airport is uniquely located on an artificial island surrounded by turquoise waters. Planes land just meters from the ocean, giving passengers a breathtaking arrival in paradise. In 2007, Stephen Hawking floated weightless on a zero-G flight, defying gravity and limits, a moment of pure freedom for the legendary astrophysicist. A hilarious, perfectly timed photo shows a parrot on a woman's shoulder, its face perfectly aligning with hers, creating an uncanny bird-human hybrid illusion. In 1935 Tokyo, a noodle delivery boy rides a bike, balancing towering bowls. A stunning mix of skill and tradition. Meet Mike, the chicken who lived without a head. After a failed beheading in 1945, this rooster survived for 18 months, even becoming a local celebrity. A true marvel of resilience that still fascinates us today. Stunning rare images you won't believe exist. The pillars of creation, captured by the Hubble telescope, are towering cosmic clouds of gas and dust in the Eagle Nebula, where new stars are born, an awe-inspiring glimpse into the universe's creativity. The Ulus family, a Kurdish family of 19 in Turkey, has 5 members who walk on all fours, using their hands and feet due to a rare genetic condition. Thor's Well in Oregon is a mesmerizing natural sinkhole where the Pacific Ocean crashes in and out, creating a powerful, mysterious water vortex. Until 1956, French children were served wine during lunch at school, a cultural tradition where diluted wine was considered part of the meal. Central Park West, in New York City, as seen from above where there is a split between the architecture of the city and the green of Central Park. The Bathynomus giganteus, a giant isopod from the deep sea, looks like a massive underwater pill bug. It thrives in darkness, scavenging the ocean floor at depths of over 2,000 feet. Stunning rare images you won't believe exist. Dubai's Burj Khalifa pierces through the clouds, standing as the world's tallest skyscraper. This stunning view makes it look like a tower rising into the heavens. Twice a year, around 10,000 stingrays migrate between the Yucatan Peninsula and Florida, creating a breathtaking spectacle of graceful gliding across turquoise waters. In Kyrgyzstan, ala kachu, or bride kidnapping, is a controversial tradition where women are abducted for marriage. Though rooted in culture, it faces growing opposition and legal reforms to uphold women's rights. This weird historical photo depicts a street vendor selling mummies right outside of the Egyptian pyramids in 1865. Flower grown inside the International Space Station orbiting Earth, January 2016. A Bangladeshi man with epidermodysplasia vericiformis, or tree man disease, suffers from bark-like skin growths caused by a rare genetic condition, turning his body into a living sculpture of nature. Stunning rare images you won't believe exist. The Door to Hell, a fiery crater in Turkmenistan, has been burning non-stop since a drilling accident in 1971. A surreal, blazing wonder in the Karakum Desert. Castells, or human towers, are an awe-inspiring tradition in Catalonia, Spain. Teams balance layer upon layer of people to build towers that can reach over 6 stories tall, a breathtaking display of teamwork and skill. The Elephant's Foot is a radioactive mass formed after the 1986 Chernobyl disaster. Made of corium and uranium, it oozed from the reactor and solidified into a glassy, petrified-looking form, remaining highly hazardous due to its intense radiation. Meet the Cyclops puppy. Born in Tangalan, Philippines, on February 6, 2021, this rare puppy stunned its owners with a single eye in the center of its forehead, a result of a condition called cyclopia. Despite efforts to save it, the puppy lived for only a few hours. Stunning rare images you won't believe exist. Dagmar Turner played her violin mid-brain surgery to preserve her motor skills while doctors removed a tumor near crucial areas. This groundbreaking moment safeguarded her musical talent, showcasing the harmony between art and science. A breathtaking shot capturing fireflies with long exposure photography, creating glowing patterns in the night air. One man stood defiantly amid a sea of salutes at a Nazi rally in Hamburg, 1936. August Landmesser refused to raise his arm, a silent act of resistance against the regime. It's a powerful image of courage and silent resistance. Baby terrapin turtles. Notice the distinct individual pattern on each of their shells. The blobfish, often called the world's ugliest fish, lives deep underwater off Australia's coasts. Its jelly-like body is perfectly adapted to extreme pressure. Out of its natural habitat, it looks saggy and odd, but down in the depths, it's built for survival. Stunning rare images you won't believe exist. After 6 years and 720,000 attempts, photographer Alan McFadyen captured the perfect shot of a kingfisher diving into water without a splash. A masterpiece of patience and precision. Meet the dazzling Aura rainbow quartz crystal, often called the wish-granting stone. Its vibrant, iridescent colors are created by bonding quartz with precious metals, said to inspire hope, energy, and positive vibes. This dizzying photo captures workers atop the Empire State Building during its construction, fearlessly balancing without modern safety equipment. It highlights human ambition and resilience in the face of challenging tasks. Have you ever seen a plant that looks like it's ready to blow you a kiss? Meet Psychotria elata, or hooker's lips plant, a tropical marvel from the rainforests of Central and South America. Its vivid red bracts form a perfect lip shape, a clever trick to attract pollinators like hummingbirds and butterflies. Stunning rare images you won't believe exist. On January 19, 1977, for the first and last time it snowed in Miami, Florida. Take a look at this iceberg. Can you guess which DC superhero it looks like? With its sharp angles and icy shape, it's hard not to think of a certain dark, caped hero. Any guesses? Yes, it's Batman, nature's very own Gotham-inspired iceberg. These beautiful sky paintings have nothing to do with fire or rain. Halos are just the right formation of ice crystals in clouds high above the surface of the Earth to bend light from the sun into a perfect ring. The blue glaucus, or blue dragon, is a tiny sea slug that floats on the ocean's surface using air bubbles. Its bright blue belly camouflages it from predators above, while its gray back hides it from below. It eats venomous prey like the Portuguese man-o'-war and uses their stinging cells to become toxic itself. A true marvel of the ocean. Stunning rare images you won't believe exist. France in 1878, the head of the Statue of Liberty sits on display in a park in Paris, not long before it was transported to its permanent home in New York City. Known for their resilience, tardigrades can survive extreme conditions, including space. This microscopic creature has a unique appearance that fascinates scientists and nature enthusiasts. Guests at Giraffe Manor, a boutique hotel where giraffes roam freely. Visitors can feed these gentle giants, creating a unique and heartwarming interaction between wildlife. This unique geological formation features towering limestone pillars that create a forest-like appearance. The surreal landscape is home to diverse flora and fauna, making it a natural wonder. A young boy with an extraordinarily rare condition that caused his hands to grow to an incredible size. His story sheds light on the challenges faced by those with rare medical conditions. Stunning rare images you won't believe exist. Chand Bauri in Rajasthan, India, is an ancient stepwell with 3,500 narrow steps arranged in perfect symmetry. Built over 1,000 years ago, it plunges 13 stories deep and was a vital water source in the arid region. A mesmerizing architectural marvel. The frilled shark, often called a living fossil, dates back 80 million years. With its eel-like body, rows of sharp teeth, and frilly gills, it thrives in deep, dark ocean waters. Rarely seen, it's a glimpse into prehistoric marine life. Primary colors pop through a glacial river near southern Iceland's Lamagnupur Mountain, where the turquoise water contrasts with the black volcanic sands and yellow moss. Horatio Robley, a 19th century British Army officer, sits with his grim collection of tattooed Maori heads, mokomokai. These sacred artifacts were exploited during colonization, a haunting reminder of cultural loss. Today, efforts focus on returning them to their rightful place. Stunning rare images you won't believe exist. Meet the Kummukivi Balancing Rock in Finland, a massive boulder mysteriously perched on a smaller rock. Scientists say glaciers left it there, but it looks like nature's perfect balancing act. Here's the frogfish, a master of disguise in the ocean. With its warty skin and strange walk, it blends perfectly with coral reefs and can gulp prey in milliseconds. Watch Diphylia gray, the skeleton flowers transform. Its petals turn stunningly transparent when touched by rain, revealing nature's hidden beauty. In 1919, Boston was hit by a bizarre disaster. A giant wave of molasses flooded the streets, destroying buildings and claiming 21 lives. Sweet but deadly. This is a mummified monk from Mongolia, discovered sitting in deep meditation, perfectly preserved since the 1800s. Many believe he was in a state of tuktum, a rare meditative trance linked to enlightenment. Stunning rare images you won't believe exist. Step back in time to the 1970s, where Pan Am's 747 economy class offered spacious seating and retro elegance. Flying was a luxury experience, even in the back of the plane. Here's the stunning blue ribbon eel, known for its vibrant blue and yellow colors. Found in the coral reefs, it's a strikingly beautiful yet elusive creature of the deep. Imagine dining at this stunning restaurant perched on the cliffs of Zanzibar's east coast, where you can enjoy breathtaking views of the vast Indian Ocean while savoring local flavors. A true paradise for the senses. Once an abandoned church, this place was transformed by skaters into a dream skate park. Now it's a vibrant hub blending history with skate culture. Meet Krampus and Perched Hen, mystical creatures from European traditions that appear during the Advent and Christmas season. While Santa rewards the good, these beings punish the naughty with frightful visits. Stunning rare images you won't believe exist. The Church of St. George in Lakova is hauntingly filled with ghostly white-robed figures in the pews, creating an eerie, yet artistic atmosphere in this abandoned Czech church. Imagine a rain of spiders. In Australia, certain areas experience spider rain, when thousands of spiders descend from trees, creating an eerie, web-covered landscape. Moko Jumbi stilt walkers are a Caribbean tradition, performing on towering stilts during festivals. These colorful figures are believed to bring good luck and protect communities. Waiotepū, a geothermal wonder on New Zealand's North Island, is famous for its hot springs and the striking orange champagne pool, named for its bubbling carbon dioxide discharge. Joseph Carey Merrick, known as the Elephant Man, became a human exhibit in Victorian London in the 1880s. His severe deformities captivated society, leading to his name and tragic fame in Whitechapel. Stunning rare images you won't believe exist. Hiroshima shadows are haunting imprints left on surfaces by people caught in the atomic blast, silent reminders of a devastating moment in history. The Napoleon wrasse is a giant colorful reef fish with a bump on its head and stunning patterns. Found in coral reefs, it's as majestic as its name suggests. The bridge that comes from Sweden turns into a tunnel under the sea and reappears in Denmark. Both countries united by this wonderful work of engineering. Looking up from the bottom of the Eiffel Tower reveals a stunning lattice of ironwork, showcasing the genius behind this iconic Parisian landmark. A relaxed chameleon lounges back, clutching a leaf in a pose so funny it looks straight out of the cartoon character Rango's playbook. The Asero mudmen of Papua New Guinea are known for their eerie clay masks with exaggerated features. Worn during ceremonies, these masks are used to terrify rivals and tell ancient stories. Stunning rare images you won't believe exist. The iconic Keep Calm and Carry On poster, designed by Fred Morley during World War II, was meant to boost morale in Britain, but gained global fame decades later as a timeless slogan. The thornback cowfish, a type of boxfish, sports tiny horns atop its head, not for bullying but for style. Amazingly, when stressed, it can release toxins, making it a creature to admire from a distance. The Man from Taured is a strange urban legend about a traveler who arrived at a Japanese airport claiming to be from a country that doesn't exist. His mysterious disappearance still baffles conspiracy enthusiasts. Shanay Timpishka, the boiling river of Peru, is an Amazonian wonder, so hot it can cook anything that falls in. The women of the Apatani tribe from Arunachal Pradesh's Zairo Valley are known for their unique traditions, including facial tattoos and large nose plugs, symbolizing beauty and cultural identity. Stunning rare images you won't believe exist. Ed Gein, the infamous murderer, created gruesome trophies from human body parts, including masks, furniture, and clothing. His chilling crimes inspired iconic horror characters like Norman Bates and Leatherface. The Magdeburg Water Bridge in Germany is an engineering marvel, connecting two canal systems and allowing ships to cross over land. one of the longest and most impressive of its kind. The red-lipped batfish is a striking fish known for its bold red lips and unusual, bat-like fins. Found around the Galapagos Islands, it's a quirky creature of the deep. The Doll Island, Mexico, an island covered in creepy, decaying dolls hanging from trees. A French policeman salutes a Nazi officer in Paris, 1941. These sisters, known as the werewolf sisters, are covered in thick hair due to a rare condition called hypertrichosis, making them famous for their unique appearance. Stunning rare images you won't believe exist. Back when Mexico was a haven for American fugitives dreaming of liberty, escaping the law by hopping over the border was not uncommon. Captured in 1939, this photo shows just how close one particular lawbreaker came to freedom at the border in El Paso, Texas. Zeus, the Great Dane, was the world's tallest dog, standing over 7 feet on his hind legs. This gentle giant, loved by many, sadly passed away in 2023. In 2001, red rain fell over Kerala, India, baffling scientists. Once thought to be alien, it was later linked to spores from local algae. Frozen bubbles in Lake Baikal. Methane gas forms trapped bubbles under the ice of Russia's Lake Baikal, resulting in a stunning effect during the frozen months. The International Hair Freezing Contest in Yukon, Canada, challenges participants to sculpt their hair into icy masterpieces in freezing temperatures, turning winter into a creative spectacle. Stunning rare images you won't believe exist. During World War II, the Ghost Army used inflatable tanks and props to fool enemies, a brilliant strategy of deception that saved countless lives. The bumphead parrotfish is a massive reef giant with a distinctive forehead bump. It helps shape coral reefs by munching on coral and turning it into sand. Under a low-temperature scanning electron microscope, snowflakes reveal stunning, intricate details. This image shows a snow crystal shaped by supercooled clouds and ultra-low temperatures, almost looking man-made. A long exposure of a plane taking off creates a stunning light trail, capturing the motion and energy of flight in a single mesmerizing shot. Did you know that Guinness World Records is full of hairy records? The Gomez family is famous for 4 members born with congenital generalized hypertrichosis, a rare condition causing excessive hair growth, earning them the world's largest hairy family. Stunning rare images you won't believe exist. Blowing from a gun, a gruesome execution method, involved tying the victim to a cannon and firing it, causing their body to be violently torn apart. The sea spider is a fascinating marine creature, has a spider-like appearance, but isn't actually a true spider. With long, spindly legs, it roams the ocean floor, feeding on small invertebrates. Cel Gascano's office in Madrid is a stunning architectural marvel, blending modern design with nature. Its glass walls offer breathtaking views of the surrounding forest, creating a serene and inspiring workspace. The bullet ant gloves are part of a challenging initiation for young men in the Amazon, especially among the Satirma tribe. This intense ritual involves wearing gloves filled with live bullet ants, which have one of the most painful stings in the world. In the 1950s, lipstick testers were hired to check the durability and color of lipsticks, a glamorous yet unusual job of the era. Stunning rare images you won't believe exist. The Michigan Micro Mote, the world's smallest functioning computer, is so tiny it's photographed next to a grain of rice. In 2018, IBM went even smaller with a device the size of a grain of salt. The armored snail, found in deep-sea hydrothermal vents, has a shell layered with iron, making it one of the toughest creatures on Earth, a real-life underwater tank. The underwater waterfall in Mauritius is a stunning optical illusion created by sand and silt deposits, making the ocean appear to cascade into the depths below. In China, corpse brides are part of an ancient ritual where deceased individuals are married posthumously to ensure harmony in the afterlife, a tradition steeped in cultural beliefs. Finished in 1932, the Dinosphere was a futuristic motorized monowheel designed by Dr. Purves. Weighing 1,000 pounds and reaching speeds of 30 miles per hour, it was innovative but too unwieldy to succeed. Stunning rare images you won't believe exist. South Korea's Ray-Bolt anti-tank missile system is a state-of-the-art weapon, known for its precision, portability, and advanced fire-and-forget technology, making it a key asset in modern warfare. The Kawah Ijen volcano in Indonesia glows with stunning electric blue flames at night, a phenomenon caused by burning sulfuric gases, a breathtaking natural wonder. The white-margined stargazer is a stealthy predator hiding beneath the sand, with upward-facing eyes and a shocking defense. It can deliver an electric jolt to fend off threats. In Bolivia, child miners as young as 10 work in harsh conditions deep within silver mines. Their lives highlight the struggles faced in pursuit of survival and livelihood. Robert Wadlow, the tallest man in history at 8 feet 11 inches, was known as the Gentle Giant. Born in 1918, he tragically passed away in 1940 at just 22 years old due to an infection. Stunning rare images you won't believe exist. The infamous face on Mars, first spotted in 1976, appeared to resemble a human face. New images from NASA reveal it as a natural rock formation, ending decades of speculation. This truck might look like it flipped onto its roof at a petrol station, but it's actually designed that way. Take a closer look and you'll spot a hidden windshield on the underside, a clever optical illusion. Thailand's Monkey Buffet Festival is a quirky annual event where thousands of monkeys feast on fruits and treats, celebrating the harmony between humans and animals. Lake McDonald in Montana's Glacier National Park is famous for its crystal-clear waters and vibrant, multicolored pebbles, creating a breathtaking natural spectacle. Founded in 1808, the Botanical Park of Rio de Janeiro is a world-renowned haven of biodiversity. Japanese spider crabs, with legs spanning up to 12 feet, are the largest crustaceans on Earth. These deep-sea giants are as fascinating as they are eerie. Stunning rare images you won't believe exist. The haunting photograph, The Vulture and the Little Girl, taken in 1993 by Kevin Carter, depicts a starving child with a vulture nearby. It became a powerful symbol of famine in Sudan and sparked global outrage. Mount Roraimah's cloud waterfalls, where mist cascades like water off the cliffs, create a surreal, otherworldly spectacle high above the rainforest. The flamingo tongue snail is a small, colorful marine mollusk known for its vibrant, spotted shell-like mantle. Found in the Caribbean, it's a tiny underwater gem. At the Conrad Maldives Rangali Island, you can dine underwater or stay in luxurious rooms with stunning views of marine life, an unforgettable experience beneath the waves. Meet the last surviving headhunters of Nagaland, found in Longwa and Hongphoi. These elders carry the tattoos and traditions of a fierce past, preserving a unique cultural legacy. Stunning rare images you won't believe exist. Japan's Kanamura Matsuri, or Festival of the Steel Phallus, celebrates fertility with vibrant parades featuring phallic symbols, blending tradition with quirky festivities. Shuar Tsantsas, or shrunken heads, are eerie artifacts from an ancient tradition in Ecuador and Peru. Crafted by the Shuar people, they were believed to trap the soul of an enemy and prevent vengeance. Frozen spider webs turn into delicate works of icy art, their intricate patterns beautifully outlined by frost. Rainbow eucalyptus trees are nature's art, with colorful, peeling bark that creates a surreal, painted effect in shades of green, orange, and purple. This chili pepper displays a perfect mild to hot gradient, transitioning smoothly from green to fiery red. Before radar, aircraft detection relied on acoustic mirrors and listening devices, giant structures designed to catch the sound of approaching planes, a fascinating glimpse into pre-radar technology. Stunning rare images you won't believe exist. Execution by elephant was a terrifying form of capital punishment used in ancient Asia, where elephants to carry out royal justice with crushing force. Behold the butterfly glass wing, a marvel of nature with wings so transparent they seem like delicate glass. Found in Central and South America, this enchanting creature blends beauty with mystery. The Moeraki boulders of New Zealand are stunning giant spherical rocks scattered along the beach. Formed over millions of years, these natural wonders have intrigued both scientists and locals, with legends claiming they are the remains of giant food containers. Step inside Mysore Palace in India, a royal wonder of intricate architecture, vibrant colors, and dazzling chandeliers. Meet Josephine Myrtle Corbin, born in 1868 with a rare condition giving her 2 sets of legs. Known as the four-legged girl, she became a medical marvel and a star in 19th century sideshows, embracing her uniqueness with grace. Stunning rare images you won't believe exist. A snake swallowing a crocodile whole, a jaw-dropping scene of raw power and survival. Nature's astonishing predator-prey dynamic at its fiercest. Morning bathers in Las Vegas, 1953, casually watch a mushroom cloud rise from an atomic test 75 miles away. A surreal reminder of the atomic age, blending leisure with looming power. The Tunguska event of 1908 left a forest flattened across 800 square miles in Siberia. Likely caused by a massive meteor explosion, its aftermath remains one of Earth's unsolved mysteries. The Church of Bones in the Czech Republic is a haunting masterpiece. Adorned with over 40,000 human skeletons, it turns mortality into mesmerizing art. In some tribes, teeth sharpening is a cultural tradition symbolizing beauty, strength, or a rite of passage. This striking practice reflects deep-rooted beliefs and identity. Stunning rare images you won't believe exist. In 1913 Mongolia, a woman was condemned to a grim fate, locked in a wooden crate and abandoned to starve in the remote desert. A haunting story of human cruelty and survival's limits. Surviving a lightning strike leaves behind intricate tree-like scars etched on the skin, called Lichtenberg figures. A stunning yet haunting reminder of nature's raw power. An ancient camel thorn tree stands frozen in time at Deadvlei, Namibia. Set against striking orange dunes, this otherworldly clay pan tells a story of life persisting in one of Earth's harshest landscapes. A breathtaking sight, the supermoon perfectly framed within a giant radio telescope. A cosmic alignment blending human technology with celestial beauty. Dinoculus ossibili, or terrible claw lobster, is a deep-sea marvel discovered in 2007. Its oversized claw, resembling a tool, adds mystery to the hidden wonders of our oceans. Stunning rare images you won't believe exist. In 1903, the Kashmir Giants, known for their immense height, posed with American photographer James Rickalton. The gulper eel, or pelican eel, is a deep-sea marvel with a massive, expandable mouth that can swallow prey larger than its body. A true wonder of the ocean's depths. A UNESCO World Heritage Site, the Stone Forest in Yunnan, China, is made up of limestone rocks that give the impression of trees frozen in stone. The Capuchin Crypt in Rome is a haunting yet fascinating sight where monks' skeletons are artistically arranged on the walls. The Crooked Forest in Poland is a mysterious woodland where the trees grow with odd, sharp bends at their bases. Those are octopus eggs. Their mother is underneath, ready to protect them. In 1990, Michael Jackson and Donald Trump united to visit Ryan White, a young AIDS patient who inspired awareness and compassion worldwide. A powerful moment of advocacy and humanity. Stunning rare images you won't believe exist. A mother and her 8 sons, all serving in the military during wartime, and all returning home safely. A rare and touching tale of resilience and family. The Dumbo octopus, named for its ear-like fins resembling Disney's Dumbo, is a deep-sea marvel. Found miles beneath the surface, this adorable creature is as mysterious as it is enchanting. Damlada's Cave in southern Turkey is a natural wonder filled with stunning stalactites and stalagmites. This breathtaking underground marvel is also known for its health-boosting air, attracting visitors worldwide. Under an electron microscope, salt crystals reveal intricate, cloth-like patterns. Hidden beauty in the tiniest details. Gabriela and Victor Hugo Peralta, a record-breaking couple from Argentina and Uruguay, hold the Guinness title for most body modifications as a married pair. With 84 modifications, they've turned their passion into living art. Stunning rare images you won't believe exist. British troops display their looted treasures after the 1897 Benin Punitive Expedition in Nigeria. This act marked the tragic plunder of the Benin Kingdom's rich cultural heritage. A tactile globe designed for the visually impaired, featuring raised textures and braille labels, opens up the world to touch and imagination. Captured in 1972, this powerful photo shows childhood friends Guy Bermier and Jean-Yvon Andignac reunited on opposite sides of a protest in Saint-Brook, France. Once inseparable, their unexpected encounter highlights the complexities of life and loyalty. The catacombs of Paris stretch for miles, lined with human skulls and bones. This eerie underground maze serves as both a burial site and a haunting historical monument. The sea lamprey is a parasitic predator with a jawless, toothed mouth that latches onto fish, feeding on their blood. A true nightmare of the aquatic world. Stunning rare images you won't believe exist. Young Arnold Schwarzenegger at his first bodybuilding competition in Austria, a moment that marked the beginning of his journey to becoming a global icon in fitness, film, and beyond. Here's a close-up of a colorectal cancer cell during division. This is the final step before the cell splits into 2, showing how cancer cells grow and multiply. When we say Everest is crowded, This is what we mean, lines of climbers waiting to reach the summit, a striking image of the extreme challenge and congestion on the world's highest peak. A glimpse of watermelons from 1645, before centuries of breeding transformed their size, color, and sweetness into the fruit we know today. The sandstone mountains at Paria Canyon around the Utah-Arizona border are striped with iron oxides, cobalt, and manganese. Devendra Sutar holds the world record for the most fingers and toes, 28 in total. His rare condition, polydactyly, makes him truly one of a kind. Stunning rare images you won't believe exist. In 1933, a giant manta ray was captured off the coast of New Jersey, measuring over 20 feet wide. This massive creature left locals in awe of the ocean's mysterious giants. The Devil's Kettle Waterfall in Minnesota is a geological mystery. Half of its water flows down the falls, while the other half disappears into a hole, leaving scientists puzzled about where it goes. A black bear without hair takes on a startling appearance, resembling a giant rat. This rare sight shows just how much fur defines a bear's iconic look. In 1956, a maintenance crew loads 5 megabytes of memory into a Pan Am aircraft. Back then, this massive unit was cutting-edge technology. A pile of trash forms an unexpected masterpiece. Its shadow reveals the silhouette of a couple leaning on each other. A close-up of the human eye reveals its intricate beauty, vibrant iris patterns, and the tiny details that make every eye uniquely mesmerizing. Stunning rare images you won't believe exist. The railway tracks after an earthquake, an eerie reminder of nature's immense power to reshape the man-made world. Dorothy Counts made history as the first black student to attend a previously all-white school in the U.S., bravely challenging segregation and paving the way for change. A crayfish in a bucket creates an incredible illusion. It looks like it's holding the entire world in its tiny claws. The most detailed image of a human cell ever captured. An extraordinary look at the building blocks of life. Amazingly, we have about 100 trillion of these working inside us. A rare photo from 1971 shows a 15-year-old Osama bin Laden in Sweden, posing with 22 of his siblings. A glimpse into his life long before he became a figure of global infamy. The original Ronald McDonald, introduced in 1963, had a very different look, complete with a food tray hat and a cup-shaped nose, far from the cheerful clown we know today. Stunning rare images you won't believe exist. Ivan Unger and Gladys Roy, members of the Flying Black Gnats, took tennis to new heights, literally playing a match on the wings of a flying airplane. Moments after giving birth, a mother laughs hysterically at her husband, who just fainted at the sight of their newborn son, 1986. Even the nurse couldn't help but join in the humor of the moment. A mesmerizing valley of lights in Italy. Glowing villages nestled among rolling hills, creating a scene straight out of a dream. In 1997, world chess champion Garry Kasparov was defeated by IBM's computer, Deep Blue. This landmark moment showed the potential of artificial intelligence, a progress we continue to witness today. The very first Walmart opened its doors in 1962 in Arkansas. The tongue-eating louse is a parasitic creature that replaces a fish's tongue by attaching itself inside the mouth. A bizarre and unsettling survival strategy. Stunning rare images you won't believe exist. These marble steps inside the Tower of Pisa tell a story, worn down and smoothed over by 500 years of countless footsteps. A merino sheep from New Zealand dodged shearing for 6 years by hiding in a cave. When found in 2004, his enormous fleece made him barely recognizable. The haunting remains of astronaut Vladimir Komarov, who tragically fell from space in 1967. A close-up of an elephant's tail, highlighting its thick, coarse hair, designed to help the animal keep pesky insects at bay. This petri dish handprint by Tasha Sturm of Cabrillo College vividly shows the diverse bacteria found on her 8-year-old son's hand after playing outdoors. An eye-opening look at the microbes we carry daily. Johnny Eck, an actor born with an underdeveloped lower torso, strikes a pose for a promotional photo for the iconic 1932 film Freaks. A star celebrated for his unique talent and resilience. Stunning rare images you won't believe exist. British soldiers, freed from Japanese captivity in Singapore in 1945, show the toll of their harsh imprisonment, capturing a moment of survival and resilience after years of suffering. This child's skull reveals rows of adult teeth hidden beneath, ready to replace the baby teeth as they begin to fall out. The kakapo, a critically endangered flightless parrot from New Zealand, is known for its unique green feathers and large size, making it one of the world's most unusual birds. Larangar village in Tibet, known for its stunning array of red-roofed buildings, is a peaceful hub of Buddhist learning and one of the largest monastic settlements in the world. Goats in trees? It's real. In Morocco, these agile climbers scale argan trees 8 to 10 meters high to feast on nutrient-rich fruit. Take a close-up look at a decellularized ghost heart, where all the cells are removed, leaving only the intricate scaffold behind, ready for regeneration using a patient's own cells. Stunning rare images you won't believe exist. An exotic dancer in Florida demonstrates that her underwear was too large to have exposed herself, following her arrest by undercover police officers. Human body farms are research sites where bodies decompose, helping scientists solve crimes by studying the process of decay. Jonathan, a Seychelles giant tortoise, is the world's oldest known living land animal, at over 190 years old. He's been a part of history for nearly 2 centuries. In China, the Miao community keeps locks of hair from deceased loved ones as cherished heirlooms. Woven into jewelry or patterns, these strands symbolize a lasting bond and respect for ancestors, keeping their memory alive. Tiny ants swarm a drop of honey in Malaysia, working together to gather this sweet treasure. Elvis Presley served in the U.S. Army from 1958 to 1960, stationed in Germany. This rare glimpse shows the king of rock in his military uniform, a side of him fans rarely saw.
Stunning rare images you won't believe exist. On January 10, 1946, an Army Sikorsky R-5 helicopter in Bridgeport, Connecticut set records by lifting 17 people and a pilot, showcasing its power as onlookers waved in awe. A chimpanzee's finger alongside a human finger, nearly identical, highlighting the incredible genetic and anatomical similarities between us and our closest relatives. A Russian veteran is reunited with the tank he fought in during the war, 70 years later. A powerful moment of history and memory. Amid the chaos of a 2011 riot in Canada, a couple shares a tender moment on the street, a striking image of love defying turmoil. Larry Tesler, inventor of the cut, copy, and paste commands, died at age 74 in 2020. Paul Alexander, one of the last to live in an iron lung, was paralyzed by polio at age 6. This life-saving machine kept him alive for more than 70 years until his passing in 2024. Stunning rare images you won't believe exist. Before radar, this was the solution. A pre-radar listener for enemy aircraft, using sound to detect planes overhead. Meet the world's smallest camera. Tiny enough to fit on a fingertip, this camera revolutionized photography. After countless attempts, this incredible shot was finally captured. Sometimes persistence leads to a stunning moment that's worth the wait. April 1992, a rare moment of fun and laughter. Princess Diana and Prince Harry enjoying a day at the amusement park, showing a more personal, carefree side of royal life. The Blood Eagle execution, a brutal Viking ritual that has fascinated history buffs. Depicted in art in the show Vikings, this gruesome practice is a chilling reminder of their warrior past. Do small clustered holes make you feel uneasy? You might be experiencing trypophobia. From honeycombs to seed pods, this unsettling pattern triggers discomfort in many. Stunning rare images you won't believe exist. After 3 years of patience, photographer Leonardo Senz captured this stunning shot of Rio de Janeiro. November 16, 1942. Spectators were left in awe as Miss Beth Pitt took her pet fawn for a stroll through Midtown New York, just hours after paying a $2 fine for letting it roam free in Central Park. The world's tallest man meets the shortest man, a striking contrast as they stand side by side, a powerful reminder of human diversity. Imagine a train carved from graphite emerging from the very tip of a carpenter's pencil. This incredible work by artist Cindy Chin turns ordinary materials into pure art. Arnold Schwarzenegger on the day he received his American citizenship. Meet the sheep's head fish, a jaw-dropping creature with human-like teeth. Known for cracking open shells with ease, this ocean marvel roams the Atlantic coasts. Stunning rare images you won't believe exist. Long before the Marvel superhero, The 1907 Ironman diving suit in New York was a real-life technological marvel, complete with electric charging and pressure protection systems. The Pompeii bodies. These chilling plaster casts preserve the tragic last moments of victims, forever frozen in time after Mount Vesuvius erupted in 79 AD. Penicillidia are unique insects that live their entire lives on bats, using them as hosts and never leaving their furry companions. Dating back to 950 to 710 BCE, this ancient Egyptian wooden toe is the oldest known prosthetic limb, showcasing early medical ingenuity. A statue of Christ covered with corals stands as a stunning underwater monument at the bottom of the Atlantic near Key Largo Island, USA. A groundbreaking healing method uses tilapia fish skin to treat second and third degree burns, offering a natural and effective solution for recovery. Stunning rare images you won't believe exist. The Bhopal gas tragedy. In the aftermath of the disaster, a heart-wrenching moment was captured as a man buried his child, just moments before the grave was filled. Jelly ear fungus, with its quirky ear-like shape and squishy jelly texture, clings to tree trunks, adding a mysterious touch to forests around the world. This microscopic image reveals the intricate, gripping structure of a common house fly's tiny foot. A marvel of nature's design. Final preparations for the Fat Man atomic bomb dropped on Nagasaki on August 9, 1945. The bomb's nose carried the controversial acronym JANCFU, an eagle with its majestic wings spread wide, soaring over a lake in Canada. 1959, St. Mary's College, California. 22 students squeeze into a phone booth in a hilarious attempt to break the stacking record. A quirky moment of college fun. Stunning rare images you won't believe exist. In 1988, Belgrade Zoo's director made headlines by urging Sammy the chimpanzee to return home after his daring escape. This dramatic moment highlighted the zoo's heartfelt efforts to bring the clever primate back safely. In Indonesia's Tidung community, newlyweds follow a unique tradition of not using the bathroom for 3 days after their wedding, believed to bring good fortune and a harmonious marriage. Ghost apples form through a fascinating phenomenon where freezing weather encases an apple in ice. As the apple inside rots and falls out, the icy shell remains, creating a stunning ice apple. This hallway features a clever optical illusion designed to slow people down, making it nearly impossible to run through, a creative solution for keeping things calm and safe. A Mercy tribal woman from Ethiopia proudly wears a lip plate, a tradition that began as protection against slave traders, but has evolved over centuries into a powerful symbol of beauty and cultural identity. Stunning rare images you won't believe exist. In October 2021, a 900-year-old Crusader sword was discovered off Israel's northern coast. Nearly 4 feet long, this iron sword likely belonged to a Crusader journeying to the Holy Land around 1100. China once experienced the world's longest traffic jam, stretching over 100 kilometers and lasting 12 days on the Beijing-Tibet Expressway. Marcus Levine's unique art is created by hammering thousands of nails into white wooden panels. His latest series, showcased in a London gallery, features over 50,000 iron pieces, turning nails into masterpieces. 1968, a powerful moment as the wives of Apollo 8 astronauts hear their husbands' voices for the first time from orbit. Werewolf syndrome is a rare condition causing excessive hair growth all over the body, including the face. Its mysterious nature has captivated scientists and fueled myths for centuries. Stunning rare images you won't believe exist. The Toraja people of Indonesia celebrate Meneni, a unique tradition where they exhume and dress their deceased loved ones, honoring their ancestors in a vibrant and heartfelt ceremony. Antelope Canyon's light beams in Arizona illuminate sandstone walls, creating ethereal, otherworldly scenes, a breathtaking natural wonder. 1930s monowheel motorcycle, a rare glimpse of early motorcycle innovation with a rider seated inside a giant wheel. Fascinating, ambitious, but wildly impractical. A thrilling image of a photographer submerged in the ocean, capturing stunning shots of sharks. This dynamic interaction highlights the beauty and danger of marine life, while emphasizing the importance of ocean conservation. Perfectly timed, a serene moment of yoga by the sea. A vibrant Dia de los Muertos face, celebrating life and honoring loved ones in this colorful Mexican tradition. Stunning rare images you won't believe exist. 1928, filming the iconic MGM screen credits. A fascinating glimpse into cinematic history, though a safety nightmare by today's standards. Amazing sight. A tree's shadow perfectly preserves the snow beneath it, creating a natural work of art. St. Vincent eruption, a breathtaking yet powerful display of nature's force as ash and fire reshape the skies. 1902, a coal miner's heartbreaking farewell letter to his wife Ellen, written while trapped underground. His handwriting fades and worsens as the air runs out, a haunting testament to love and despair. A stunning shot of a jaguar underwater, showcasing its incredible strength as it glides through the depths like a true apex predator. A vibrant display of indigenous face painting, rich with cultural significance, used in rituals, ceremonies, and celebrations to honor tradition and identity. Stunning rare images you won't believe exist. As Michael Anderson trekked the Himalayas, he witnessed a breathtaking sight over Mount Manaslu. Sunlight scattered through the clouds, creating a mesmerizing rainbow-like shimmer in the sky. This perfectly timed photo captures an explosion, but the real star is the shockwave. Spreading out like an invisible shield, it distorts the air, creating a mesmerizing effect rarely seen with the naked eye. This mysterious transparent fish is likely a Salpa maxima, a gelatinous creature drifting through sunlit ocean waters. Nearly invisible, it glides by filtering water, using its ghostly form as the perfect camouflage. Just an ordinary day's building, catching a cloud. This vintage ice mask from the early 20th century was a beauty treatment designed to tighten skin and reduce puffiness. Filled with ice or cooling agents, it promised a youthful glow. Stunning rare images you won't believe exist. The Gachak ritual in Leh is a Buddhist pilgrimage, started by Mimi Phuntsog 70 years ago, where devotees crawl in prayer as a test of faith. China's Rainbow Mountains in Zhangye dazzle with vibrant colors formed by millions of years of layered sandstone deposits. The vampire squid isn't a squid or an octopus. This deep-sea creature gets its name from the cape-like webbing between its arms. But it's a harmless filter feeder, not a bloodsucker. A young Robert Downey Jr. and Sarah Jessica Parker in 1983, capturing a moment from their early days as a Hollywood couple, a rare look inside an astronaut suit. Layers of technology, insulation, and life support systems, all designed to survive the extreme conditions of space. These vibrant Bhutanese masks from Bhutan's Chili Pepper Festival bring tradition to life, adding color and energy to festival dances.
The act of saying goodbye is one of the most heartbreaking moments in life, especially when it's to a